Hello, Pisces. Welcome into Don Williams Tarot. I'm reporting this on September the 24th of 2024. This reading is for Sun, Moon, and Rising placements in the sign of Pisces. So if you have those placements, this reading may be for you. However, keep in mind it's a general reading, so not all the messages may resonate. Keep what does, leave what doesn't. If you are interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on in your life, I do provide private readings. My information is in the description box below, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to find all my details. Now, the other thing I'm going to share is I do have a brand new offer right now for the medicine card readings. The medicine cards come to us from the indigenous tribes. They have a tendency to work with all of nature and the elements as well. And so I started down this path, God, years ago, and I just kind of let that settle. And then I picked it back up again earlier this year. So the offer that I have is for your 9 totem animals. They're power animals. They're the animals that walk beside you, work with you, regardless of whether you have an awareness of them or not. They do bring in their own levels of energy and help, right? So the thing about them is that when you learn about their energies, how they come in and how they enhance your own life, it's amazing to me. I mean, you can see I've got a bunch of animals all over my table here. And I was very surprised at some of the ones that were the ones that I'm working with currently. And some of them was not at all surprised because I am a big cat girl, right? So I do have some of those energies that I am working with in terms of the totem animals. So that might be something you might be interested in. I am offering this reading at a discounted rate. It is not a one-on-one. So basically what happens is I've got a list of people that have purchased. I have been doing those readings, sending them videos from those readings. And then if they have questions, then I follow up. That's kind of how that process is working. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, definitely check out my website. Okay. So today we're looking at October, all of the energy that you will be facing as an individual for your day-to-day, life, as well as what is happening for the collective of the Pisces, which is that higher level, that higher vibrational energy of the collective. And I do have 2 new decks here. One is from the Akashic Records, and the other one is Archangel Michael and the Sword of Light deck. I really love both decks, so I will be sharing those messages with you as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself off screen while I do this portion of your reading. And I have been shuffling. You saw me shuffling. Is there anything else that I need to share with you? I don't think so. Okay, so what do we need to know for our highest and best for October for our Pisces, please? Please give us as much detail as possible, any insights and information that will help our Pisces navigate October would be welcome. Okay, so your first card right off the bat is the Queen of Cups. So that's a little water energy for you. Then we have the 5 of Swords. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Fool. We have the 3 of Cups, the Hermit. 6 of Swords. We have the Strength card. And we have the King of Cups. So we have 1, 2, 3 cups. We have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. We have 1, 2, 3 swords and 1 wand. We have no, okay, so we have no pentacles. So it looks like a lot of your energy is going to be kind of scattered through all these various different areas here. We start off in the very center of your reading. I feel as though this Queen of Cups is really kind of just tapping into your energy as the Queen, right? This is your main focus. And she comes to every situation through her heart. For her, she balances her life, she gauges her life as to how she feels about things and whether or not she's listening to her inner voice. So I feel as though many of you are doing that yourself. Of all the queens and of all the cups energy, she has the most ornate cup here. She does have one foot in water and she does have one foot on ground. So it is one of those situations where no matter what is going on, no matter how choppy the water may be around you, that you're feeling very calm, very collected, very much in alignment with your heart space. So I love this beginning card for you here, Pisces. Now, what is crossing over you, which is either helping or hindering you, hurting you, in the upright position, this is that card of needing to win at all costs. It is the Five of Swords. This does say that there was major conflict. It can be words exchanged, having the last word in a situation, but walking away knowing that you had to have that last word. Like it was really important that that last word was yours, that you got your point across. However, what it does do is it kind of damages the relationship between you and whomever this other person is. So be aware of that. Do you really need to have that last say? Do you really need to get that point across, right? Fives are about changes coming in. The swords have to do with our expression. So how we think, how we express with our words. And of course, once those words come out, you cannot suck them back in. So be careful of your words, right? If you don't want to be in a situation where it's kind of that uncomfortableness that happens there. At the same time, the five is about a change in thought and change in direction. He has gone behind, he's defeated these two. He's now going behind and taking away all of their swords, so he no longer has to fight them. So be aware of that energy. Now, if it were upside down, I would say, if this is what is hurting you, is that you don't have a strong you don't have a strong base to stand on in terms of whatever it is that your arguments may be. It can also be a thing too where you're really fighting whatever these changes are, these mental thoughts that are coming in. You're not wanting to look at them. You're not wanting to, um, you're not wanting to acknowledge them, right? You don't want to acknowledge whatever this is. And this is also saying that even though chaos is around you, you're not acknowledging that thought or that level of discomfort really is kind of that energy that I think of when people are arguing or they're having discussions about things and one person's really adamant about the argument and the other person is just kind of like, just, back off. That is in your center of your reading. Now, what is in your thoughts for the month? October. Now, I am going to say that October is one of those months where it is a dark month because, the dark side has it's one of their most treasured, I'm going to say, if you want to look at it that way, holidays, right? October, a Halloween, the day of Halloween, which is their energy. One of the reasons why I don't celebrate Halloween anymore is because you're adding fuel to that energy, regardless of whether you're coming at it with the intention of, no, this is just fun and silly. No, that is not what is happening on that day. Whatever's happening on that day, they are taking that energy for however you're going to give it to them. And they're going to utilize it for their nefarious deeds. So it feels as though some of you right now might be feeling as though you have sleepless nights. I can say personally that for the past 2 weeks, It even happened last night too. For the past 2 weeks, I keep waking up between that 2 and 3 a.m. time, and I have to get up, I have to go to the bathroom, and then I have to sit. And one of the things that I do is I just kind of close my eyes and ask Spirit, is there something that I'm not seeing that you want me to know? Why do you keep waking me up at this time of the hour of the night? But I feel as though there's so much activity going on that it's really difficult for our thoughts as we lay down to sleep that they don't overcome us. So this is kind of that nightmare pattern. The same thoughts keep coming at you at night when you go to bed. So the suggestion that Spirit always gives me is write down those thoughts. Make sure that you leave them on your bed or beside your bed or whatever, however your sleeping arrangements are. Pick that note up that next day. You're training your mind that if I can release the thought long enough to sleep, I promise I'll pick these thoughts up tomorrow and I will take action, right? That's the whole point. And that's what you're doing is you're retraining your mind as to how to utilize in a more positive way those thoughts that are just, giving you that monkey brain as you're trying to get rest. Your foundation your foundation is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knights are all about taking action, moving forward on all of the things that you're trying to manifest for yourself. Now, this can be projects, it can be um, a new career, it can be taking action in a new direction in terms of things that really bring you inspiration and creativity. This can be maybe this is some of your hobbies that are really wanting attention, and maybe you like to paint, or maybe you are very creative in that sense. Maybe you like to write. So maybe some of you are authoring a book. Whatever this is representing, it is saying take action. Everything is in your favor right now, and you're going to make very good progress. Now, in your immediate past, you have the Fool card. Now, the Fool card for me is all about self-belief and building confidence within themselves. This is a gold card. You do have that Strength card there that is also a gold card. Both of those cards are major arcanas. So it feels as though even though this Fool card is in your past, you're still tapping into this new beginning energy, new chapter, new beginning, building your confidence, really owning your independence, being in the moment, just allowing yourself to do things from instinct, not even really putting a lot of thought into it, just trusting your process. Now, the story behind this, of course, is this is the very first card in the major arcana. He is definitely starting out his journey. The sun is just shining down on him. He has his trusty, loyal dog here that is going with him about his as for his journey. And he's carrying what he needs on his back. So it's kind of one of those things of really trusting in spirit, really allowing yourself to surrender to that energy and allowing yourself to be taken where you need to go. So it's a beautiful card. And then as you're progressing, right, your near future is this Three of Cups. Now, for me, the Three of Cups is my card of celebrations. It is harvest time, so it's really interesting because this is definitely the energy of the harvest, which is you think about your harvest is in October, right? The harvest moon. So celebrations, it could be a thing where you're going to go out with friends, or it's going to be a thing where you're celebrating something that means a lot to you, brings in a lot of happiness and joy, celebrating with other people. Now, typically, this is my kindred card, meaning that these are people that you've collected along your journey that are longtime friends, people that you have adopted kind of as your tribe or adopted as your family. And celebrations are coming in. So I love that for you. So now what I'm going to do is I've just completed the inner circle here of your reading. I am going to pull your Akashic record cards. The first one you have is bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But You do have the strength and bravery to make the decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. Bravery in a decision on something that could have to do with that five right there, that five, just standing up, right? But this is about decision. So again, we're talking about swords, and this person is carrying a sword here, which would definitely be that situation of thought, right? Your thoughts. Your second Akashic record card is victim mindset. You feel the world is against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. So, again, this could be actually tapping into that nine of swords as well, because sometimes when we are feeling overwhelmed or when we are feeling like we have not had progression, it may be that thing of, things are always in my way. I can never make the progress that I want to make, those types of energies. So it's just talking about just having a little bit of a switch in your mindset. And I think that you will be just fine. Now, as we progress up your ladder here, I do want to bring to your attention that even with that nine of swords, which is that nightmare, you are still finding reasons to celebrate. And at the same time, you're also bringing in this hermit energy. Now, the hermit for me in this position is about your distant future. This is your near future, the three. And this is your distant future coming in, which is the hermit. This is my card of Pisces going within themselves, finding their own answers. This is taking a step back, needing to take that step back to evaluate and look at things. The Hermit is also about that inner reflection and soul searching. So this is about your own inner wisdom. And then you're also have the star here, right? So that star right there is asking you to release it from its confinement, which then it will turn into that big, beautiful, bright star, which is later in the arcana, a major arcana. But with the hermit, that is your wisdom. It's meant to be your wisdom. It's meant to be the energy that you have brought in through all your lifetimes, that you are bringing in solidly within yourself. You are this mage, you are this wisdom, you are this magician, you are all of the energies of this hermit, right? Wisdom, knowledge, inner knowing, all of that energy is coming in for you. The other thing about the hermit is that this is really about taking time away from the chaos, taking time away from those energies that make you feel as though you are just on the hamster wheel, right? Evaluating those things, taking time for yourself, nourishing yourself, doing all those positive things to bring yourself back into alignment, bring yourself back into alignment with your higher self and your own inner knowing. That activity is going to allow you to move to calmer shores. This card right here, that Six of Swords, is definitely that card that allows you, that says, keep going, keep moving forward. The story behind this card is that this woman and this child are leaving toxic situations behind them and they're moving to calmer shores. They're moving to safety. This is also with this ferryman here. This guy is offered to help her get her across the water to safety. And it's also suggesting that you will be given help from someone that you least expect, or someone that you are not expecting is going to come in and going to assist you in some kind of an endeavor of some kind. This does have to do with close relationships as well. And of course, the six have to do with the way that you express and the way that you think. Now, your next card that's coming in is about your future feelings. And your future feelings are really saying that you're feeling very solid. You're feeling very strong. You're feeling as though you are in commandment of your thought, your mind, your physical security, your inspirations, your passions, right? It's also talking about The strength card is your quiet strength. This is about you being the graceful leader that you are. This is saying that you lead by example. It isn't so much that you tell people what to do. It's one of those things where people recognize your inner strength and they hold you in higher regard than what you realize. And people are recognizing that strength within you. So they might be coming to you and asking you for your opinion. They might be asking you to do some evaluating with them, just even exchanging ideas or thoughts about a potential move forward for them or for you. The strength card is also my state of grace, right? This is saying also that you are a gifted healer. She is able to put her hands inside this lion's mouth because she has developed a close friendship. And there is a tremendous amount of trust between these two. Now, as you can see, the lion has his tail between his legs. So he is submitting to her, but at the same time, he knows that she's not going to hurt him, right? So I love this card for you. It is really saying that you're really stepping into your sovereignty and owning that space as well. Your final outcome has to do with this King of Cups. The King of Cups can represent a masculine person, so this can be your significant other, or it can be, your dad. It can be somebody that you work with. It can be your boss, or it can be a mentor, somebody that is a teacher for you. Now, this King of Cups is also a counterpart for the Queen of Cups. So you have both here in this reading. So this could represent you and your significant other. But the King also represents the experience. And as you can see, he's floating out there in the water where she is still on land and only has a foot in water. He is just floating out there. But they both have emotional integrity. They both have, emotional intelligence as well. So I feel as though with this card over here, this is just balancing out all the energies for you. That can represent your significant other there, but overall, it looks really, really good. Um, the only thing that I'm seeing here, of course, is stepping into that bravery. And that bravery does also talk about this strength card, right? So that strength is really saying that, you're just going to move forward. You're just going to step into that bravery and do what you need to do. And the only other thing that I see here for you is, that victim mindset. Just make sure that you really look at your thoughts and what you're projecting out there. And I think you're going to be fine. So now I'm going to pull the last two cards for you from the Sword of Light deck. Number 10, don't settle for less. You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. And if you look at the butterflies, right? The butterflies are all about transformation. That's what that energy of the butterfly represents. And we do have that lion there. So, of course, that lion does represent strength as well. Do we have any other? Oh, and you have the dog, which is about loyalty. So you do have some other animals here. Horses about power and freedom. Love that as well. Butterfly, again, transformation, transform the way you're thinking, right? Okay, so your last card is someone new is coming. Woo. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. And that would make sense. So, some of you who may be looking towards love, you do have that queen, you do have that three, and you do have that king. So, it does feel as though that is an option for those of you who are looking for love coming in. Or it could just be a friendship, right? We can all use more friends, people who are like-minded. But overall, Pisces, I feel as though, let me put myself back on camera here. I feel as though this has been a good reading for you. The only one thing, of course, is that mindset, that victim mindset, and also just being mindful of your words, right? That you don't want to have to be in a situation where you feel as though you're backed up against the corner and you have to win at all costs. So other than that, everything else looks really, really amazing. It looks like new opportunities are coming in. You're definitely moving into new chapters of your life. You are pulling in your strength. You are moving to calmer shores. You are definitely having new opportunities come in that are going to be quite motivational for you and are going to spark your inner fire. So I hope this message has been helpful to you. I hope you found some nuggets here that will help you navigate your October. Until my next reading with you, take very good care of you and enjoy your month.